Okay, so today we have got the part 2 of the Q&A. Let's start with why does Rudiger never score on his long shots at Danny Ray Max 9? I think it's a difficult one. I remember at Chelsea he had quite a long stretch where he didn't score, and he was taking a lot more long shots when he was at Chelsea. It will come. It will come. And when he scores that goal, it will be such a good goal. I remember that goal against Brentford, he scored, and it was such a good goal. He will score one eventually, and it will be such a fantastic goal. But yeah, just take his time. I think Rudiger will eventually score. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he shoots in them with a lot of power, but it's never on target, in my opinion. It just shuts out of more hope, in my opinion. But he has decent technique and decent power. Just maybe one might go in. I guess if you keep shooting them, you would eventually score. So, of course, he's doing okay. So hopefully he gets the opportunity to score one. Maybe if he shoots them a bit closer, he might score.
Yeah. Next up, I think Rudiger and Lunin will play key roles from at Alima to Tikuma. I think, yeah, I agree. I think these two, Rudiger's already played such a big role this season. He's been absolutely excellent in the absence of Militao. He's finally showing why he was bought for Real Madrid. I think he's been fantastic. I think Lunin, yeah, once again, like you said, I think he, we covered this last week as well. I think he's been excellent in these last few games. I think, however well he's played against Villarreal last week and whoever we're playing in 2 weeks' time, I'm not sure. But I think Lunin will be key to us for the next few weeks of the season, and I think Lunin is just going to be a solid contributor for us. I think he's been good at penalty saving, which is a key aspect. I think he's making out the big saves. I think he's been excellent. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think in my opinion, Lunin has shown that he should be the number one. Kepa is a good player, but since Kepa got injured, Lunin has stepped up a lot. I think that step by step he's going to show Madrid that he should be the man that they count on when Courtois isn't there, and that they don't need to spend that additional 25 million on Kepa when they can just simply renew Lunin. So for me, hopefully he gets more opportunities, to show how talented he is, because he is quite a talent. It's just he never had the opportunity because he was out on loan. He never had consistency in minutes, and whenever he had consistency in minutes, he's always played well. Last year, we won the Clasico de Guinabao with Lunin as our goalkeeper. This year, hopefully, we can play big Champions League matches with Lunin as our goalkeeper as well.
Yeah. Next up, from at Her Udin Al Hassan, Valverde should be acknowledged. He's very, very important too. I agree. Valverde's been, in my opinion, I think, behind Jude Bellingham, he's been our most important player this season. I think his defensive contribution this season, he stepped it up. I think not that he was bad last season either. I'm saying he was really, really good last season, but he stepped it up to another level this year. And I think Valverde's just he's been fantastic. And not only that, but going forward, his technical ability looks to have taken another step up that way. And obviously, he's kept all the traits where he's running up and down the whole game. He's showing his leadership. He's going to be captain in 2 years' time, I believe. And he deserves it. I think Valverde has been absolutely incredible. In my opinion, he is a world-class midfielder at this point. I think he is probably, in my opinion, top three central midfielders in the world right now. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, top three in his position. I saw articles saying that he's the best right-sided midfielder, right centre midfielder in the world, because Kevin De Bruyne is injured. So of course, this season he is taking a step forward despite the fact that he isn't scoring goals. We all know that there were debates if he should start when Bellingham came in, but unfortunately found the space for him to keep starting and keep being important. And I think at this time he's having a better season than Camavinga and Tchouaméni. Two good players, but of course, he didn't get injured and he's still playing consistently with so many games in. So hopefully he continues his form and he can escape any form of injury so that he can be an important player to end the season.
Yeah, shout out Carvajal as well, because whenever you mention Valverde at this point, you have to mention Carvajal. He's been incredible as well. Next question from at GucciBoy098. You got a question featured last week as well. Are you sure Jude can win the coming Ballon d'Or? Yes, I do believe, because this guy has been absolutely incredible. These are not normal numbers. These are Cristiano Ronaldo numbers, and that's a heavy name to hold. But he's been that good. He's been the best player in Europe, in my opinion. He's been better than Haaland. He's been better than Mbappe. He's been better than everyone else in Europe this year. There's not going to be any Messi, and that's going to be the only problem. Messi's going to have a Copa America to fight for next year. But at the end of the day, I think Jude Bellingham has been the best player in Europe this year so far. He's just got to keep it up. There's going to be a Euros next summer for England. There's a lot of competitions Jude Bellingham's got from now until next year. He's got the Champions League, La Liga, Copa del Rey, Supercopa. He's got the Euros with England. He's got all of that to fit in. I think Jude Bellingham, if he keeps up this form, I think he is odds on to win Ballon d'Or, in my opinion. And I think there is no one else on this planet I think deserves it more than Jude Bellingham. So what are your thoughts on that?
I'm sure we know how it works. Let's just say if City wins the Champions League and the league, I'm sure we all know that Holland is going to win it. But I think at this time, let's be honest, it's more like a popularity contest. And if Madrid do well and if England do well, Bellingham is a popular figure. He's a respected figure as well. He doesn't have much heat to his name. So of course, it's going to be easier for him to win it like that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. And then the final question is a question from me to you. What do you think of Musiala as a potential backup option for Mbappe? We've seen a lot of rumours about that. I've seen a lot of rumours about that in Bild. I think Bild reported that Musiala is not happy with his role at Bayern, and I agree with him, to be honest. I think he should be the centrepiece at this moment in time. What are your thoughts on Jamal Musiala potentially coming as a backup option for Mbappe?
I think if you add Musiala and another striker, let's say like Alvarez or Osimhen, then maybe don't need Mbappe anymore. But if the target is Mbappe, maybe just get over it. But of course, I'm not a big fan of Mbappe's attitude over the past couple of years. So if he's in the squad and he can contribute well, that's good. But if he's not there, for me, it's not a disaster anymore. So if you sign Musiala, I'm quite fine with that. I'm quite happy. Of course, it's difficult to see like Nico Paz getting more minutes if something like that happens. But of course, Musiala is the more talented player, and of course, at Madrid, in football, it's always survival of the fittest. That's why guys like Miguel, as talented as he was, Alphonso Davies is a better player. So Madrid fans would prefer to see Davies than Miguel play. So for me, I have no issue with Musiala. He's a talented player. He has a good relationship with Bellingham, and he's talented enough to have a good combination with Vinicius, Rodrigo, and of course Diaz as well. And that's my answer. I have one question for you. We know that with Peter Federico, that Rodrigo and Vinicius are so good on the wing, and that it's difficult for him to get minutes. But what do you think happened to Alvaro?
I mean, Alvaro Rodriguez, I think you saw last week with Ancelotti's question, he said Alvaro Rodriguez's level has dropped. I don't know personally how that is possible, because he did literally everything he could have when he played. But at the end of the day, I think that decision is not going to change. I think that decision is now probably guaranteed to stay how it is. So I think we probably have to say goodbye to any hopes that Alvaro Rodriguez plays without going on loan and playing well there. So I think if you're Alvaro, I think you've just got to say, I want to go out on loan. I want to go impress elsewhere in La Liga. Maybe even ask for a permanent move away. I think that is probably the best choice for him. I think we maintain a buyback clause on him, because I just don't believe that there is a chance that he stays at Real Madrid beyond this beyond the season and develops well. So for me, that's my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. For me, with the signing of Joselu Steelers beat, because of course he was the tall line that Ancelotti wanted, and then Madrid got another tall line for Ancelotti. So I think that's a blow for him as well.
Yeah, and it's sad because it's end of story for him. That's just not that's not right. But what can you do at this stage? That is it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Next week, no podcast because it is a winter break. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.